Test, 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 test.
A little low, but I can hear you.
Test, test. Can you hear me? Okay. Welcome here to Chanute High School tonight. It's Valentine's Day, and the Blue Comets have an SEK League matchup against the 4-4 Lady NATO. The 4-4 Lady NATO. The Comets have lost their last 2 league games here. They lost at Labette last Friday, and then they went on the road to Pittsburgh and lost in a heartbreaking last-second shot. That puts them now in second place behind the Labette County Grizzlies. They are 1 game back. The Comets are going to be starting with J.C. Lewis, Brianna Wagner, Corey Babcock, Madeline Craner, and number 55, Michaela Schonifer. They're going to be wearing their home whites with their blue lettering. We tip off here, and it's controlled by the Comets. Lewis thinks about the corner 3. Wagner drives the baseline, gives it to Lewis. She takes the corner 3, misses it. Fight for the rebound. It goes out of bounds off of Schonifer, and it'll be Coffeyville basketball. Starting for the Lady NATO is number 1 Senior, number 2 Spear, number 3 Morgan, number 33 Collins, number 34 Peck. Peck loses control of the ball and it goes out of bounds, and it will go to the Comets. Both teams start off with early turnovers here. Babcock feeds into Craner, who drives and tries to get it to Schonifer underneath. She doesn't get it there. It goes out of bounds off of the Coffeyville Golden Tornado, and it'll be Chanute basketball. Inbounds to Wagner. Craner's pass is deflected by number 3, Morgan. It goes out of bounds off of Morgan, and it's Blue Comet basketball. Here's an inbounds pass to Babcock. She looks to drive and gives it out to Wagner, who takes a wide-open 3-point shot and makes it. The Comets strike first, making it 3-0. Brianna Wagner with a nice corner 3-point shot. Here come the NATO looking to respond. They get it underneath to Peck, who loses control of the ball. It's regained by Collins. She goes up and scores. Here comes Babcock. She dribbles through a crowd of Coffeyville Golden Tornado, but the ball is taken away by Peck, and it'll be Coffeyville basketball. Turnover for the Comets. Peck gets a ball underneath, and she's fouled by J.C. Lewis. That's going to be J.C. Lewis's first personal foul and the first team foul of the half. It was not a shooting foul, so the Golden Tornado will be throwing it in. They get it into Spear, who takes a 3-point shot, missed, rebounded by Collins. Collins gets the ball. The Comets force a jump ball, but the possession arrow keeps it with Coffeyville. Peck's shot is missed, rebounded by Craner, who gets it over to Lewis in the corner. Babcock's going to drive, puts up the floater in the middle of the lane, and scores. Foul on Coffeyville. The foul's on number 3, Juliana Morgan. That's her first personal and the first team foul. Michaela Schonifer puts the ball up and is fouled. She misses the shot, but she'll be shooting 2 here. foul is on number 34. That's her first personal foul and the team's second team foul. Michaela's first of 2 free throws is made. Here comes the second one, and she makes it. Coming in for the Comets, number 24, Tyra Bogle. She came in for Craner. Active hands by the Comets. They force a turnover, and it'll be Blue Comet basketball in their half of the court. Bogle takes the 3-point shot. High off the backboard. Fight for the rebound. It goes to Coffeyville. Senior's pass into the middle is deflected by Tyra Bogle. She maintains the ball, and she gets it over. She got it over to Collins, who went up and scored there. She put a floater up right in the middle of the lane. Easy feed down underneath to the Blue Comets. It's Michaela Schonifer. She gets 2 points, and the Golden Tornado won a timeout. It's a 30-second timeout. Coming out of the timeouts, the Golden Tornado trail by 5. Early lead for the Comets. Again, the Comets have come off 2 straight losses in league play and have now placed themselves in second place. Number 2, Spear drives. Her shots missed, rebounded by 15, Babcock of the Comets, who looks to take it down court. She jump stops in the middle of the lane, gives it out to Lewis in the corner. Foul's called on Coffeyville. It's on number 3, Juliana Morgan. That's going to be her second personal and third team. In for the Comets, number 3, Jacelyn Catron. She checked in for number 55, Michaela Schonifer. Brandon Wagner takes a 3-point shot from just right of center. She misses it, and it's rebounded by the NATO. In the middle of the lane, she tries to put up, Morgan tries to put up the floater, and she's blocked by Catron, and it's Blue Comet basketball coming down. Here's Corey's floater on the elbow. She scores 11-4 now as the lead for the Comets. Number 34, Addison Peck drives. She's fouled. The foul is on number 2, J.C. Lewis. That's going to be her second personal and the second team foul. Coming in for J.C. Lewis is number 24, Madeline Craner. Here's the inbounds pass to Peck. She takes a 3-point shot and misses it. Rebounded by number 3, Catron of the Comets. Babcock goes to work. She jump stops in the middle. Travel is called, and it's a turnover for the Comets. Looks like Mason's going to drive, and she gets it back out to Senior. She drives the middle, puts up a floater. It's no good. Rebounded by 55, Schonifer of the Comets. She gives it to Craner, looking to score off the fast break. Craner almost loses the ball, has to throw it back out to Bogle. Double dribble called on the Comets, turnover. 3:04 left here in the first quarter, and the Blue Comets lead the Lady NATO 11-4. Number 2 Spears pass underneath is deflected. Mason gets hold of it and she shoots. She'll miss and it's rebounded by the Comets. Corey Babcock driving. Her shot looks like it's hit out of bounds by the NATO, and it'll remain Blue Comet basketball. Inbounds pass to Bogle in the corner. She takes a corner three-point shot, misses it, but gets her own rebound. Babcock takes a three-point shot. It's contested, but she makes it. The Comets have opened up an early 10-point lead here. 2 minutes remaining in this opening quarter. Mason drives. Babcock takes the ball away, and here she comes. She looks to get it to Craner on breakaway. She goes up, and it's off the bottom of the backboard, rebounded by Senior. She gets it up to Peck, who turns around, shoots, misses it, rebounded by Michaela Schonifer. Babcock drives, jump stops, tries to get it to Schonifer underneath. Her shot is missed. Fight for the rebound, and it goes out of bounds off of the Comets. It'll be Blue Comet, or it'll be Lady NATO basketball here. Coming in for Chanute, number 11, freshman Brindley Bancroft. And coming in for the Lady NATO, number 5, Ashlyn Isle. Senior's going to drive, and she tries to get it underneath the Peck, but it's taken away by Babcock. It's Blue Comet basketball now. Babcock's going to take the transition three. She's going to airball, though. Saved. Looks like it's saved by Bancroft. A nice hustle play, but the NATO end up with it. They look to go on a run here. Jacelyn Catron guarding Peck. Peck looks to do some work in the post, and her shot's blocked by Catron. She gets the ball, and she gives it out to Babcock. Here they come. She gets it over to Bancroft. Bancroft goes up and scores in transition. Here come the Lady NATO now looking to respond to this initial onslaught that the Comets have provided. Bancroft hits the ball away. She keeps it in bounds, and she's looking to score in transition. She stops, slows it down, gives it to Babcock, who takes a long three. It's good! 19-4 now, and the Lady NATO won a timeout with 44 seconds left here in the half. It's going to be a full 60-second timeout. All right, out of the timeout, it's Lady NATO basketball here. They trail 19-4 with 40 seconds left here in the opening quarter of this basketball game. Pass over is taken away by Babcock. She's going to score on fast break. She misses it, rebounded by Bancroft, who misses the putback, but she gets her own rebound. Jump ball's called. Alternating possession favors the Comets, so it's going to stay down on their end of the court. Inbounds pass to Bancroft. She's going to get it to Bogle at the top. 20 seconds left. The Comets will hold for the last shot here of the first quarter. A big first quarter they've had. And Babcock drives, gives it over to Bogle in the corner, takes a three-point shot, misses it, but rebounded by Craner, who gives it up to Babcock. She's going to take another three-point shot, and she makes it. 22-4 now. It's an 18-point lead. And that will end the first quarter. The Comets have scored 22 points here in the first quarter. All right, after the first quarter of play, the Comets lead by 18. Their score is 22-4. Looks like coming out here and to start the second quarter, it's number 23 Craner, number 15 Babcock, number 55 Schonifer, number 2 Lewis, and number 10 Wagner. The Lady NATO will control the ball here at the start of the second half, but they give it away. Craner's got the ball. She's going to give it up to Babcock, who scores on the run. It's 24-4 now, and a 20-point lead to start off the game here for the Comets. Foul against Chanute, number 23, Madeline Craner. That's going to be her first personal and the third team foul. Corner three-point shot taken by number 3, Morgan. She misses it, rebounded by the Comets, and here comes Craner. Craner drives, loses control of the ball, saved by Wagner. She gets it to Babcock, who takes a wide-open three-point shot. She misses it, but rebounded by Michaela Schonifer. The Comets are showing a lot of effort here in the rebounding game. I talked to Coach Fox earlier today, and he said that was a big focus at practice this week. They were out-rebounded at Pittsburgh. The Dragons had 24 offensive rebounds, and that was a game they lost. So they have really focused on rebounding here. Brianna Wagner's shot was missed, rebounded by number 2 Spear. But she loses the ball and gives it to Babcock. Babcock's going to drive. She goes up with it, misses it, and again, rebounded by Spear. Try to get it out to Peck in the fast break. She gets the ball, but is fouled hard by the Comets. Foul is on number 10, Brianna Wagner. That's going to be her first personal, the team's fourth foul. Shooting 2 here is Addison Peck. She misses the first. And here comes the second one. It's on the way, and she makes that. All right, here comes Babcock. She gives over to Lewis in the corner. High pass to Craner. She manages to keep it in, and she gives it away to the NATO. Here comes Mason. She drives. Her shot's blocked by Craner. On the breakaway, Craner's going to drive, give it to Schonifer underneath. She takes a shot, but is fouled. Foul is called on number 33, Shaughnessy Collins. Is going to be her first and the team's fourth. Shaughnessy makes the first of 2 free throws. Coming in for the Comets, number 24, Tyra Bogle. She came in for number 23, Craner. And here comes Shauna for second shot. She misses it, rebounded by Mason of the Lady NATO basketball. Shot inside is deflected by Bogle. She has the ball now. She drives and gives it out to Wagner, who passes it over to Babcock. Her three-point basket is good. And here come the Comets on defense. Pass inside is to nobody, but it goes out of bounds. Looks like it was tipped by the Comets. Coming in for the Comets, number 3, Jason Catron, and for the Lady NATO, number 3, Juliana Morgan, and number 11, Michaela Strickland. They give the ball into number 33, Collins. She takes a shot, misses it, but is fouled. She'll be headed to the free throw line. The foul is on number 3, Jason Catron. That's going to be her first personal and the team's 5th. The first of 2 is missed. And here comes the second. And it's off the backboard, good. Score is now 28-6 in favor of the Comets with about 5.5 minutes left here in the second quarter. Catron gives it over to Lewis. Babcock loses the ball there for a second. She tries to get it back to Catron. Nobody was there and is taken away by the NATO. Number 3, Morgan, loses possession of the ball and it goes out of bounds. It's Blue Comet basketball now. 5:22 left to go here in the second quarter. Feed underneath to Catron. She's got nothing to do with it, so she gives it back out to Wagner, who takes a corner three-point shot. She misses it. It bounces over the backboard and goes out of bounds, and it'll be Coffeyville basketball. Coming in for Chanute, number 11, Brindley Bancroft. She's coming in for J.C. Lewis. Peck gives it underneath to Collins. Collins' shot is good. 2 more points for the Lady NATO, and they bring themselves within 20 here. Feed underneath to Catron, and she puts it up and scores there. Peck shoots a 3-point shot, and she makes it. Babcock looks to go in transition. She gives it up to Tyra Bogle at the top, who takes the 3-point shot and makes it. 3 more points for the Comets, and it's 33-11. They try to get it to Peck, but good hands by the Comet defense, and Bancroft has it now. She gives it up to Babcock. Gives it underneath to Wagner, who then gives it to Bogle. Bogle goes up and scores 2 more points. Timeout called by the Lady NATO. That's going to be a 30-second timeout. timeout. Here come the Lady NATOs. They trail 35-11 with about 3.5 minutes left to go here in the first half. The Blue Comets have made it look easy tonight on both defense and offensive. They have several takeaways, and another one. They almost had another one right there, Brenly Bancroft, but she fouls. She'll foul the Lady NATO. That's going to be her first personal and the team's 6th of the half. Shot missed, rebounded by the Comets. Wagner travels, and she'll give it up. All right, after the travel, it's going to be NATO basketball. They're going to throw it in here. Number 2, Spear, controls the ball. Gives it over to Strickland, who passes it over in the corner to Cook. She then throws the ball away, and it's now Blue Comet basketball. Drive, blocking foul on the Lady NATO. Corey Babcock's going to be going to the free throw line here. The foul is on number 11. That's going to be her first personal and the 5th team foul of the half. She makes the first of 2. And she makes the second one. The Comets have a 26-point lead here with 2:40 left in the first half. 3-point shot taken by number 3, Juliana Morgan. She makes it. 14-37 now. Babcock drives. She loses control, then travels. Turnover on the Comets. Here come the Lady NATO. Wide open 3-point shot taken by number 2, Spear. She scores. The Lady NATO are now within 20. Lewis's pass to Babcock's almost taken away, but they get the ball back. Jump ball is called, though. Alternating possession favors Chanute. It'll stay down on their half of the court. Coming in for Chanute, number 10, Brianna Wagner, and she came in. She'll send number 2, Lewis, to the bench. Here's the inbounds to Babcock. She gets right around Strickland, and she drives through a whole host of Coffeyville defenders and scores right underneath the basket. Good hands again there by Bogle. She hits the pass, the Coffeyville pass out of bounds. It'll stay with the NATO as the Blue Comets were the last ones to touch it. Inbounds pass, corner 3-point shot taken and made by number 10, Cook. It's now a 19-point lead for the Blue Comets as they lead 39-20 here with about a minute left to go here in the second quarter. Craner's going to drive, try to give it underneath to Schonifer, but a kick ball is called, and the Blue Comets will throw it in. Coming in for the Comets, number 3, Jacelyn Catron, and she'll send number 15, Corey Babcock, to the bench. They get it into number 55, Shonifer. She shoots it, but she is fouled before she can get the shot up. This foul is on number 34, Addison Peck. That's going to be her second and the team 6 personal. Here shooting 2 is number 55, Shonifer. She misses the first. It rattles around and goes out. And here comes the second one. She makes it.
1 minute. 1 minute remaining in the half.
Travel, turnover, NATO. The travel was called on number 3, Juliana Morgan, and it'll be Blue Comet basketball. Katrin feeds underneath to Shonifer. She tries to go up with it, but she held the ball too low, and it's taken away by number 3 of the NATO. She gets it over to number 2. She got it over to number 2, Spear, and her shot was taken to make. 17-point lead now for the Comets. 30 seconds left to go here in the first half. We get it to Craner at the top of the key. She drives and scores. Here comes Spear. She gives it up to Strickland. Corner three-point shot taken by number 10, Cook. It's missed, rebounded by Michaela Schonen for 4 seconds left. Looks like Madeline Craner's going to put up a last-second shot. Hard off the backboard, and it's halftime now. The Comets lead 42-23. All right, coming out of halftime here, the Blue Comets lead the Lady NATO by a score of 42-23. That'll be Lady NATO basketball to start off this second half here. Coming out for the Comets, number 23, Craner, number 2, Lewis, number 55, Schonifer, number 15, Babcock, and number 10, Wagner. For the Comets, number 2, Senior. Number 2, Spear, number 1, Senior, number 3, Morgan, number 33, Collins, number 34, Peck. Again, the Blue Comets are wearing their home whites, and the Lady NATO are wearing their road purples. Inbounds here to number 2, Spear. Her shot's missed, rebounded by number 10, Wagner. Comets again look to score on fast break. They get to McHale underneath, but she travels before she makes the shot. Turnover, Comets. Here comes Spear. She gives it over to Senior, who's going to drive and try to get it under to Peck. Peck couldn't handle the ball, but they get it back out to Spear, who drives, puts up the floater, missed, rebounded by Peck, and Peck scores. Coach Fox is going to call a 30-second timeout here within the first minute of the second half. The Comets lead 42-25. Again, the Comets are 5-2 in league, and the Comets are 5-2 in league, and they trail one game behind the Labette County Grizzlies. They're going to need to win out here and get some help from somewhere else in the league. Jace Lewis takes a corner three-point shot. It's missed, rebounded by Collins. Peck shoots a corner three. It's missed. 5 for the rebound. Schonifer gets it. Here come the Comets in transition. Craner slows down and gives it over to Babcock, who's going to drive. Tries to get it to Schonifer, who gets a ball. Goes to work down there, but the shot's blocked. Here comes Spear for the Golden NATO. Gives it underneath to Collins. Collins goes up, missed, but Jace Lewis gets a rebound and is fouled. The foul's on number 34, Peck. That's going to be her third personal and the first team foul of the half. Here comes Babcock. Gives it over to Lewis. Lewis takes the open three-point shot. Misses it. Rebounded by Senior. She gives it up to Spear, and here come the Lady NATOs looking to score in transition. We give it under to Peck. A high bounce, but Collins reels it in. Lewis hits the ball away. Looks like there's going to be a race for it here. Craner hustles down there, and it goes out of bounds off of the Golden NATO. That was a great hustle play by both, but it's Chanute basketball now. In for the NATO, number 5, Isle, and number 4, Flanders. Inbound here to number 10, Wagner. She has a wide open three-point shot. It goes in and out and rebounded by number 5. Isle. Here come the NATOs, and they lose the ball. Babcock has possession now with a 42-25 lead. Wagner's going to give it back up to the top. Babcock feeds to Michaela Schonifer, and she scores. Again, looking easy for the Comets. 19-point lead. All right, here comes Spear. Spear gives us number 3, Morgan, and her shot goes over the backboard, and it's out of bounds, and it'll be Blue Comet basketball here. 5:14 left to go in the third quarter. Babcock gives it to Wagner in the corner, who drives, gives it back out to Bogle. Bogle's going to take a wide open three-point shot. She misses it. Catron saves it, hits it back in, and here come the NATO. She gave it to the NATO. Wide open down the court. Wide open down the court was number 3, Morgan, who takes the transition shot, and she misses it, but she's fouled. The foul is on number 10, Brianna Wagner. That's going to be her second personal and the first team. She makes the first of 2. Here comes the second, and she makes it as well. The lead is now 16 for the Comets as the Lady NATOs are applying a full court press. Catron's pass underneath to Wagner's. Catron's pass underneath to Wagner's tipped out of bounds, but it was touched by the Comets last, and it's Coffeyville basketball. They get it inside to Mason, who loses the ball, but they get it back out to Spear. Get it underneath to Isle. She goes up. She's fouled. She misses the shot, but she's fouled. The foul is on number 3, Jason Catron. That's going to be her second personal and the second team foul. Here comes Isle shooting 2. She makes the first. And the second. She misses that one. Fight for the rebound. And goes out of bounds off of the Golden NATO, and it'll be Blue Comet basketball here. Coming in for the Comets, number 23, Madeline Craner. She's coming in for J.C. Lewis. Here come the Comets. Her lead is down to 16. Craner's going to drive. She turns around, tries to give it to Catron. The pass is not there, so she gets it back outside. Good hands by number 3, Morgan, to force the ball out of bounds, but it stays with the Blue Comets. They get the ball into Babcock. She's fouled, trying to drive underneath. The foul is on number 3, Morgan. That's going to be her third personal. Team's second. I'm sorry. Yeah, number 3, Morgan. Again, a foul called on Babcock. The foul is going to be on number 44, or number 4, Brandon Flanders. That's going to be her first and the team's third. Here comes Babcock. She gets in the middle lane and gets it out to Wagner, who takes a three-point shot and misses it. Rebound to number 3, Morgan. Mason's going to drive in transition and score. The lead is now down to 14. All right, here comes Babcock. She gets it over to Wagner in the corner, who drives underneath, gives it to Catron, but the Golden NATOs close in on the drive quickly, and it goes out of bounds and is going to stay with the Comets. Coming in for Wagner is number 55, Schonifer. Big target underneath. They get it to her. She goes up, misses it, but gets her own rebound. Goes up again, misses it. Again, gets her miss. Misses it again, and it's rebounded by number 3 of the NATO. Here she comes in transition. She goes up. She's fouled. She'll be shooting 2. Foul is on number 23, Craner. That's going to be her second personal and the third team foul. That's a Blue Comet timeout. It'll be a 60-second timeout. Their lead has slipped now to 14, 3:21 left to go here in the third quarter. There comes the second shot, and she makes that one, 31-44. The lead's now down to 13. Here comes Babcock. She's going to give it up to Bogle, who gives it over to Craner. Craner's going to drive and give it to Catron in the corner. An extra pass out to Bogle. She misses her shot, and it's rebounded by number 2, Spear. Mason's going to drive, take the shot, miss, but she's fouled on the play. The foul's on number 55, Shonifer. That's going to be her first personal and the fourth team foul. .250 left to go here in the third quarter, and the Lady NATO are trying to make it interesting as they have cut what was once a 28-point lead by the Comets down to 13 points here, 31-44. Coming in for the Comets, number 11, Brinley Bancroft, and she's coming in for number 55, Shonifer. Mason missed her first free throw, but here comes the second, and she makes that one, 32-44, 12-point lead now for the Comets. Babcock almost loses it, but she gets the ball back. She drives, she puts it up, misses it, rebounded by number 2, Spear of the NATO. And they get it down to number 3, Morgan. She misses the shot, rebounded by Mason, and goes back up. She's fouled. She misses the shot, but she's fouled, and it's going to be Craner's third personal foul and the fifth team foul. Mason will be shooting 2 here. She makes the first. Coming in for Chanute, number 2, Lewis. She sent Craner to the bench, who has 3 personal fouls now. And here comes Mason's second shot. She makes it, and it's now a 10-point game. The Comets need to start scoring. Babcock drives, gives it over to Catron. Has to give it out to Bogle. And Babcock will take the 3. She misses it, fight for the rebound. Goes out of bounds off of the NATO. Catron almost had it, but it went out of bounds and will remain Blue Comet basketball. Coming in for the NATO, they're 2 bigs, number 33 Collins and number 34 Peck. The Comets had issues finding answers for them when they were in earlier. They get it into Catron, who puts it up and scores. 12-point lead now for the Comets. 2 minutes left here in the third quarter. Pass underneath to Collins. She can't handle it, and it goes back to the Comets. Here come the Comets. Up by 12. They give it to Bancroft, who drives, Good hands by Mason. Goes out of bounds and will remain with the Comets. Here's the inbounds to Lewis. Gives it to Bogle at the top. Bogle's going to drive, but before she does that, she travels. Turnover Comets. Lady Nato basketball. Pass underneath to Mason. She can't hold it. It was a little high for her. Morgan tried to get it underneath. It goes out of bounds, and it'll be Blue Comet basketball. Bogle's going to drive. She jump stops and gives it back out to Babcock, who takes a shot from the free throw line and scores. Long pass to number 2 Spears is taken away by Catron, and Bancroft gets it, scores on the breakaway. Now it's a 16-point lead. After the NATO tried to make it a little interesting, looks like the Comets have settled in now and are starting to extend their lead back to 16 points. It was once 28. They get it to Lewis in transition. She goes up and scores again. 52-34, third quarter, 30 seconds left. Spear drives and gives it out. Gave it out to number 3, Morgan. She missed the shot, rebounded by Mason, who goes back up and misses it. But that's rebounded by Peck, and she's fouled and makes a shot, so she'll get the and one opportunity here. The foul was on number 24, Bogle. That's going to be her first personal. And the 6th team foul of the half. Here comes the and one shot. She misses it. It goes in and out. Fight for the rebound. Catron gets it. And here comes Bogle with 15 seconds left here in the quarter. They try to get underneath to Bancroft, and it's hit out of bounds by the NATO. It'll be Blue Comet basketball. Coming in for the Comets, number 10, Wagner. She's sending number 11, Bancroft, to the bench. Inbounds pass, kicked by Mason. Bogle will be throwing it in again. Gets it out to Lewis at the top. Lewis drives, sides against the shot, and she gives it over to Mason. Mason picks it off. She drives. Charge foul called. Foul on number 24, Mason. That's going to be her first personal. That's going to be the team's 4th. Long shot taken by Babcock. It almost goes in, but nevertheless, the Comets quelled the Coffeyville comeback attempt, and it's now 52-36 going into the 4th quarter. Basketball here to start the fourth quarter. They lead by a score of 52-36. It's an 16-point lead for the Comets. The same starting five are out on the floor now. Craner, Babcock, Lewis, Schonifer, and Wagner. Lewis takes an early three-point shot and makes it. The ball is thrown out of bounds. She couldn't handle number 4 Flanders couldn't handle the pass. It goes out of bounds, and it's now Blue Comet basketball. Craner's dribbling around and gives it up to Babcock. She uses the screen, drives, goes up with it, misses it, fight for the rebound, and it's controlled by the NATO, number 34, Peck. Here's Spears, she gives it up to Mason. Peck takes a three-point shot, misses it, fight for the rebound, and Wagner comes away with it, jump ball called. It'll stay with the NATO. Coming in for the NATO, number 32, Porter, number 33, Collins. Inbound to Peck. She takes a three-point shot and makes it 39-55 now. Babcock's going to look to respond, and she does. Spears feeds it underneath the. Spears fed it underneath the Porter. She tries to dribble underneath the basket, but she travels. Turnover, NATO. Six minutes left to go here in the fourth quarter. The Comets lead by 19 with a score of 58-39. Babcock drives, gives it over to Wagner with a wide open three-point attempt. She misses it, fight for the rebound. It goes out of bounds. Goes out of bounds off the NATO, and it'll remain Blue Comet basketball. Lewis gets the ball, gives it back up to Babcock in the corner, and she scores 3 more points, and it's a 21-point lead now for the Comets. 22-point lead for the Comets. Spear takes a three-point shot. She misses it, rebounded by Schonifer. She's going to give it over to Babcock, and here come the Comets. 5:30 left, leading by 22. Craner drives, gives it up to Wagner, who's going to give it to Babcock. Her pass is deflected out of bounds by the NATO. It'll stay with the Comets. Coming in for the NATO is number 21, Mason. She's coming in for Collins. Inbounds to Wagner. Wagner takes a three-point shot. Misses it. Rebounded by Babcock. Babcock puts up a floater right outside the lane. She misses it, but rebounded by Schonifer. Ball's taken from her, given to Spear of the NATO, and they look to do some work now. She drives, stops short, puts up a 17-footer. She misses it. Rebounded by Porter, who gives it underneath to Peck. Peck puts it back up, misses it, rebounded or hit out of bounds by Mason on the rebound attempt, and it'll be Blue Comet basketball. Babcock has slowed it down now considerably as they have a 22-point lead here with 4:40 left in the game. Bogle gets it underneath. Bogle got it underneath to Craner, who goes up, scores, and she's fouled. She'll have the and one attempt. The foul is on number 21, Mason. That's going to be her second personal and fifth team foul. Coming in for the NATO, a senior, and she'll be checking in for Peck. The and one attempt is good, and it's now a 64-39 lead for the Comets. Spear dribbles around all of the Comets' defense, and she puts it up. Fight for the rebound. It goes out of bounds off of the NATO, and it'll be Blue Comet basketball. Coming in for the Comets, number 55, Schonifer. Babcock drives, give her to Lewis. She fakes a three-point shot, drives, and scores two. Looks like there's an offensive foul away from the ball. The bucket will be counted. The foul away from the ball is called on number 3, Katrin. That's going to be her third personal, seventh team foul. The officials are discussing at the half-court line. I assume they're discussing as to whether or not the basket should count. All right, they'll be shooting 1 and 1. Strickland will be shooting it. They did count the basket. It's now 66-39. She misses the first half of the end one, and it's rebounded by Katrin of the Comets. Here comes Babcock. Lewis has a wide open corner three-point shot. She takes it, misses it, rebounded by the NATO. Strickland. Carry, turnover by Spear. Coming in for the Comets, looks like it's going to be their bigs, number 32 Porter, number 33 Collins, number 34 Peck. They're coming in for Strickland, senior. Strickland, senior, and Mason. We get it to Schonifer underneath. Her shot is missed. It goes out of bounds off of the NATO. It'll stay with the Comets now. The Comets are tying their largest lead of the night at 27. They possess that early in the second half. The ball is tipped away on the inbounds pass. Babcock tried to get it to Bogle, but Morgan was there to tip it away, and it goes out of bounds off of the NATO, and it'll stay with the Comets now. And they get it into Babcock. 3:14 and counting left in the game. The Comets' lead is 27. Comets are going to take their time now. .250 left in the game. Pass over to Bogle. Bogle's in trouble. She gives it up to Catron, who again gives it to Babcock at the top. 2:30 now left in the game. Babcock drives, shoots at the top of the key, misses it. Fight for the rebound. Shonifer almost got it, but goes out of bounds off of her, and it'll be NATO basketball. Here comes Spear. She's going to take the long three-point shot. Air ball to the left. Goes out of bounds, and it goes to the Comets. 2:10 left here in the game. Coming into the ball game is number 12, Jillian Vogel. 2 minutes left here in the game. And they get it across the timeline with a pass to Bogle. Catron now has it. Blocking foul called on number 34, Peck. That's going to be her 4th personal. 7th team foul here of the half. Coming in for the NATO, number 4, Flanders, and number 21, Mason. And they're coming in for number 33, Collins, and number 32, Porter. They get it into Babcock. She's guarded by Flanders. Looking to double team her. Just foul called on the NATO. That's on number 3, Morgan. That's going to be her 4th personal, 17 foul, and Bogle will be shooting a 1-and-1. Here comes the first. And she misses the first half. Rebounded by Shonifer. Shonifer goes back up. Misses the shot, but is fouled, and she'll be headed to the free throw line, shooting 2. It's going to be 8th team foul. Fouls on number 34, Peck. I have that as her 5th personal. She is fouled out of this game here. Coming in for her will be Porter. All right, shooting 2 here for Chanute Shonifer. The first is up, and it's no good. And here comes the second one. Again, it's no good. Rebounded by Spear. Spear loses the ball. Porter regains control. She was in trouble, so timeout will be called by the NATO. It's going to be a full 60-second timeout. 1:22 left. The Blue Comets lead the Golden Tornado by 27, 66-39. Coming out of the timeout, the NATO trail the Comets by 27 points with 1:19 left to go here in the game. Spear's shot is missed. Looks like there was wholesale changes made by the Comets there at halftime as they now have their JV in the game. Spear's going to drive, put up a floater, and she makes it. 41-66 now. Preston gets it into Thompson. Thompson's fouled by number 2, Spear. That's going to be her first personal. 9th team foul, and Thompson will be shooting 1-1. The first is up, and it's good. And here comes the second. And she makes that one as well, 68-41. Foul, charging foul called, offense foul away from the ball. The foul was called on number 13, or number 32, Porter. That's going to be her first in the 10th of the half. It's now Blue Comet basketball here, 38 seconds left to go in the game. The lead, 68-41. Naff's pass to Preston Keating goes out of bounds. Spear shot is missed. Goes out of bounds off of the NATO. It goes to the Blue Comets. Spear gets a ball back off the out of bounds pass. Flanders takes a shot. She makes it. 43 points now for the NATO. It's 68-43 with 18 seconds left. The clock hasn't started. The ball's in, and Spear steals the ball again. Blocking foul called on number 22, Thompson, and Spear will be shooting 2 free throws here.
Fouls called against Chanute, number 22.
She makes the first. And the second. Keating's now across the timeline. They try to take the ball away. Foul's called on number 4, Flanders. It's going to be her second personal. And Keating will be shooting 2 free throws. She misses the first of 2. Here comes the second one. And she misses it as well, rebounded by Spear. 3 seconds left now in the game, and the Blue Comets will snap their 2-game conference losing streak as they beat the Coffeyville Golden Tornadoes 68-45.